What is up, everybody? We are back, and today we're not going to talk about mental health. We're going to talk a little bit about ethics. A lot of you know that I run a handyman maintenance business on the side, and with everything going on, everybody's talking about, how to run their businesses. Are they essential? If they are essential, what they're going to do. And I want to start this video by saying, these are just my opinions. This is just how I will run my company to the best of my morals. So if you're doing something different, everybody's situation is different through this, and you do what you have to do, but this is the way I'm going to do it for my business. So I took some notes because, with the stay-at-home order, for me at least, it makes it different for what jobs I decide to take on. So some of my notes were, to push exterior work, obviously, to try to do as much stuff outside and away from people as you can. But then as clients call you for things indoors, you have to think kind of, how urgent is this? Is it a dangerous situation? Is it, potentially something that somebody can get hurt? If so, then I would go through my precautions with the gloves, the mask. I ask them if they've been self-isolating as well, and if all those things kind of line up and they're doing the safe thing, I'll take a visit over to their house. For example, I had a new client call me, and she said that some of the drywall was falling in her ceiling, and it was hanging, and they had to go under it to get to their car every day. And I wanted to postpone it, but as I talked to them, I got the idea of how kind of dangerous they felt it was, and how they weren't comfortable with it the way it is. So I went over there, and I cleaned everything up, and I secured the lights for now, and got it to a point where they're safe, where they can get through this stay-at-home order, and then we'll assess it from there. And maybe next week, midweek or so, I'll call them and see how it's holding up. But that's kind of one example. In order to complete the entire project, that could take a couple of days. It could take trips to the hardware store. And we don't really want to be doing too much of that right now for the sake of, my family and theirs. I don't want to do anything that's not in orders with the social distancing. So once you find out how urgent it is, and if your client's been following the self-isolation guidelines, then you can go ahead for me and we'll take a look at the jobs. Most of them I'm going to try to postpone at least till the stay-at-home order's over. I'll definitely do estimates and honor those as far into the future as I need to. But for now, I'm really sticking to outdoor work and things that are urgent, things that are potentially dangerous. And I'll get them to a point where they feel safe and I feel safe, kind of leaving it like that until this stay-at-home order is done. So that's kind of my opinion. It's pretty simple. I'm just kind of going with my gut, following my heart with this thing, and remembering all the precautions I've been taking, because I've been doing a lot of stuff at home to make sure we're safe. And if I go out then and I do a job that could potentially not be safe to my health, then I'm bringing that back home to my family, and that's not an option for me. So I think it's real important that we keep our self-isolation and our social distancing and stick to projects that are really urgent matters that you need to just get to a place where they can feel comfortable until the end of the stay-at-home order. So I just wanted to make that video, talk a little bit about the business side, just kind of change things up a little bit. So I appreciate everybody. I hope everyone's safe and at home. Until next time, thanks guys.